These lights, they actually function again as land, on land or at sea, and the power of these lights is actually 570 candle power, so very effective. As you can see, the S, that's the designation for sea, telling you that this vehicle is seaworthy. Let's see, the Suzuki safety duck. Now, this is a very handy thing, and it is unique to Suzuki. Actually, inflate to a 4-man Burgman raft. So very handy. Some of these things I actually have some pictures of, and I'll show them. I'll show you the safety duck, the Suzuki safety duck, as your raft. Here you go here. Okay. And I've only been out in the ocean once with mine. I've been in other scenarios, lakes, rivers, stuff like that. And it was before I had any watertight cameras. So while I was snorkeling once, I did get a quick shot of my Burgman out in the ocean. So I'll put that down here. You can take a little look at it. Now, in here, this actually houses your emergency radio and your normal. Oh shoot! Now I forgot what they call it. What do they call it? Shortwave radio. Houses all of that down in here. So that's pretty handy. I did want to show you one thing. You notice this switch, this little foot pedal right here? Well, you notice that you can't do anything with it when it's on land. You know, I got cement here. You can't do anything. What that's for is when you hit the sand, and it's actually, you know, looser sand, that will come fully down and lock into place. And it stays down as you go in the water, and sort of like on a sailboat, that acts as a centerboard and helps maintain your balance. Just common sense, I guess. And now you've got a switch here, right here, that when you're on land, you want your plate to be a normal license plate, but when you're out at sea, you need to have the registration for boating and stuff like that. Pretty much specific to each state has their own licensing system. I'm in Texas, so I'll go ahead and show you how my plate switches right here. Okay. So I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Well, this is really interesting here. This does not all fill up with helium underneath the seat here. What Suzuki discovered over a few years of surveys and stuff like that is that about 70-some-odd% of the Burgman riders are young females. And of those females, an extremely high percent of them are either about to be or are new moms. You know, they're young, they're married, starting out, and they're new moms. So what Suzuki did here is you push in the key and turn it, and it opens up an area that is a baby carrier. And I've actually had twin babies in here, but they were preemie babies, so you don't really want to do that with more than, you know, one. And this is not an actual baby right here. This is a scaled replica of a baby. Some call it a doll. An actual baby to a small infant will fit in here comfortably and really enjoy the heck out of it. When you're riding with a baby in there, I've heard this all the time, you hear noises coming, you know, which I presume to be giggling. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. I think that's about it. Now, I did mention this was 2009, and the 2009 was actually an early release model. They pretty much got it down pat, and so it was actually released in 2004. So from 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, you had the option of buying the current model year Burgman, or you could buy the 2009 model. And funny thing, there was very little price difference. Now, I have some this vehicle is pretty amazing, actually. The first time it was going to be displayed as a water vehicle, it was going to make an introduction in the movie The Perfect Storm, but they realized having it in there would be a sort of turn the movie into fiction, because nobody would have believed they died if they had a Burgman on board. But on one of the storyboards, which is what they use when they're laying out the movie, they use these storyboards that sort of symbolize what's going to happen during each stage of the movie. So I did get my hands on a pretty rare storyboard of the Perfect Storm movie, and I'll put that here for you to see. Okay, now as you can imagine, great vehicle for lifeguards. I should mention too that Suzuki put a bulletproof plexiglass front window on this, and that's very handy in some of the major inner city driving, and you know, when you're at sea with modern day pirates, this pretty handy little item. These vehicles are currently being used on a commercial basis. Obviously, life-saving deal at the beach. Some ocean liners now are testing out using half lifeboats and replacing the other half of their lifeboats with Suzuki Burgmans, which I'll show here. And so pretty much, you know, I could be contradicted, but I believe that this is probably the most versatile motorbike out there right now. And my love for ocean activities, my love for riding, it was a natural for me. Okay, well, I hope you took notes or some kind of audio recording, because I'm not going to be able to repeat anything I said, and that's in no way to be misconstrued as my ad-libbing anything. And it's very important that if you'd like to contradict anything I said, or you think that I was incorrect in anything, you must read the disclaimer at the end of this video. And one more thing, if you don't go to theSMYRNAcowboy's channel, which I'll put that in the text below, and watch his video titled May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, then that would result in an automatic incomplete for this course. Also, I should mention that I'm currently saving up. My intention is to get the 2024 model Burgman 650, which is due to be early release. Almost all the testing is done at this point. So it's due to be an early release in 2015. And here's a little picture of what I'm going to be getting. Yep, that's the sea and sky model Burgman 650. I'm really looking forward to that. And just a little bit of trivia. Carl Burgman, Claire Burgman's grandson, is actually the pilot doing the initial testing on the 2024 Sea and Sky Burgman. So there you have it. That's the 2009 Burgman 650. And if you don't have one, unless you're afraid of the water, you should certainly go get one. Thank you for watching. Ride and boat safe.